morning, your majesties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel and happy day 13 of Princessgiving. Annabelle wants to say hi too. Oh, I forgot to mention this to y'all, but this is shirt of the week, so sorry about that. And I'm continuing the series on Chronicle of Life, and the reason why I chose this series is because I'm going to be meeting Adam McIntyre on February 25th, and I'm so excited. And his tour is called the Chronically Online Tour, so I thought this series is appropriate. So let's go. So this chapter is called Never Leave Here. Okay. Vanessa started to ache again. She curled up on the bed, feeling so painful that she almost lost her consciousness. She didn't notice Elvira, who had quietly entered the room. Seeing that Vanessa's eyes were closed and she didn't move, Elvira thought that she was asleep. So she directly pulled Vanessa's arms and quickly injected half a needle of white liquid into Vanessa's body. The pain of the needle tip made Vanessa wake up. She struggled and pushed Elvira away. However, more than half the liquid had already been injected into her body. An unfamiliar heat suddenly jumped in her body. Vanessa immediately realized that Elvira had injected something into her. Mrs. Simon, I'm sorry. After Elvira finished speaking, she immediately left the room and locked the bedroom door. What? Vanessa also got out of bed and wanted to run, but the hectic pain and the intense dryness heat mixed together. Her knees became weak and she fell onto the floor, unable to get up again. Her body was hot and painful, exhausting all of Vanessa's strength. She curled up on the floor and resisted the dryness heat in her body. After enduring for an unknown amount of time, the bedroom door suddenly opened and Curran rushed in. Mrs. Simon, I'm here to take you away. Curran picked up Vanessa and immediately ran downstairs. Vanessa took a breath. The medicine made her itchy and wanted to touch someone. Fortunately, the pain in her liver was intense, allowing her to stay awake. Why are you here? Someone called me and said you were here. You can't leave. Elena ran out of the room and grabbed Curran's arm and the staircase entrance. Vanessa's condition was terrible. Curran was afraid that something would happen to her. In a hurry, he pushed Elena hard. He did not expect that Elena's footsteps were unstable, and she actually rolled down the stairs. The maid downstairs screamed when she saw him. Miss Martha. Curran hurriedly went downstairs to take a look at the situation. But Vanessa was in the arms, muttered, "Let's go." The heat in her body was about to make her lose control. Curran hesitated for a moment and replied, "All right." He strode out, and just as he walked out the front door, he bumped into Oswald, who was returning from outside. Curran retreated with a guilt expression. Mr. Simon. Oswald's expression was expressionless as he stared at the woman in Curran's arms. Suddenly he smiled. Vanessa, I really underestimated you. How did you contact your adult here? He took 2 more steps and said coldly, "Give her to me." Curran then threatened, "You're wrong, Mrs. Simon." Before he could finish, Oswald knocked him over with a fierce punch, and he snatched Vanessa over and pushed her to Elvira. His gaze was still fixed on Curran. "You're courting death." Mr. Simon, something happened to Miss Martha. Suddenly someone shouted. It turned out to be Elena. When rolled down the stairs, she knocked her forehead and her face was covered in blood. Her injuries were serious. Oswald immediately walked towards Elena and ordered, "Lock this woman up in the basement. Also, Curran, break his leg and throw him out." With that, Oswald picked up Elena and strode out. When he went out, Oswald was worried and warned Elvira, "Watch this woman carefully. I want her to never leave this place. Understand?" Elvira nodded her head repeatedly. "I see." Only then did Oswald carry Elena into the car and rush to the nearest hospital. After watching Oswald drive far away, Elvira dragged Vanessa to the basement. Vanessa was tortured by the liver pain and the medicine. Without any strength, she was still thrown out into the basement by Elvira. Did you hear what Mr. Simon said just now?" Elvira pulled out a dagger from her waist and walked behind Vanessa. "He wants you to never leave this place." As she spoke, Elvira pulled Vanessa's hand and let her hold the dagger. The tip of the dagger was aimed at Vanessa's abdomen, so you can't blame me. After saying that, Elvira brought Vanessa's weak hand and stabbed her hard. The sharp blade sank silently into Vanessa's abdomen, and fresh blood quickly gushed out. Elvira hurriedly retreated to avoid being stained with blood. Vanessa fell onto the cold basement floor with her blood flowing like a snake. Quickly gathering into a pool, Elvira took a final look, her face cold. She quickly walked out of the basement and locked the door. In the basement, Vanessa was still lying on the spot. The wound on her abdomen was bleeding continuously, and her body was no longer hot. Instead, she felt cold. She opened her eyes and stared at the dripping blood, feeling that everything was finally coming to an end. She was so tired. Vanessa slowly closed her eyes and fell asleep forever. Oh no! Is that the end of Vanessa? Man. Alright, well, I'm going to leave that there. That's going to be it for today's video. But hold up, before I go, I want to give another huge birthday shout out to Joey Adventures. She's the paranormal girl. So Joey Adventures, happy birthday. If you're watching this, I love you so much and I hope you have the best birthday ever. And that's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Annabelle wants to say goodbye too. Hit the red button to become your majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made. And you're the king of my heart in the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.